Welcome to Comical Recovery with your hostess with the mostest trauma, comedian Jessica Byrne, creator of the upcoming cartoon Bud Ease, winner of multiple East Coast comedy contests, and 35 consecutive years of life experience in the School of Hard Knocks. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like button for recognition. Tell all your friends about your new addiction because sharing is caring. Totally unexpected topic, but absolutely relevant. Today, we're going to hit the topic of addiction. I wanted to and will follow up this episode with overeating. That was the addiction I wanted to tackle. But recently, like a good little addict, I have switched up addictions. Yes, that's right. That's what we do. We trade one thing for another. I know what you're thinking, because when I say that, you're thinking hard drugs or maybe something else. But I would say I'm somewhere in between switching up for drama or people, or person, I should say. And I was doing my homework, because that's what I do, and I realized that the reason I switched up my addiction for a person versus food is I'm pretty sure I get more internal chemicals delivered from being addicted to a person than I do from being addicted to food. I found that I can quit a few more things if I'm just addicted to a person because it's a much more complex addiction. What I mean by switching up a few things is recently I've had a battle with food. And like I said, I will touch base on that later. However, I also, just out of nowhere, cut my coffee down. I quit cigarettes on May 11th. And when you get into recovery, they tell you, don't quit everything all at once, because they know everything, just so you know. They do not know everything. And that is a pretty good suggestion, I'm not going to lie. They also tell you not to get into relationships. I don't listen to most of the things they tell me to do, at least at first, until, as they say, the pain is great enough, because that's a real thing and it's stupid. It's stupid because it's true, and then the pain does get great enough and you have to stop doing that thing that hurts quite badly. Otherwise, you feel like you're going to die. Whatever. So I have gotten off topic. What I was trying to go to say is that food only gives me dopamine. And an addiction to a person, that gives me all sorts of goodies. I have it marked in my happy little book. Unless I already lost the page. Oh no, wrong book. I have 3 books out right now in front of me, guys. That's what I do. I am a bit of a nerd. If you haven't gathered that, then I will just, let you know right now that I'm a bit of a nerd. So, sex chemicals, testosterone, oxytocin, dopamine, adrenaline, cortisol. Oh boy, that one's not the best one. And I think there's one, vasopressin. I'm not a great pronouncer, but yeah, there's like 5 different things that you get from a sexual attraction to a person, and you don't even necessarily have to engage in intercourse with them. You can just do it all by yourself, not to overload you or overstimulate you. But that's my favorite way to get those chemicals, is all by my lonesome. Because you can't mess up the fantasy in my head with stupid words or dumb actions. Anyways, the point of this podcast is that I switched addictions, and I'm letting you know right now that from this perspective, so far, it's working. I have eaten a lot less, and it's because my sick mind wants to impress said person. Yeah, nobody said I was healed or recovered. I just have a podcast about comical recovery because recovery is pretty comical. You know, it doesn't happen overnight and it doesn't happen perfectly. And it's confusing sometimes, but they say rigorous honesty is the key, and that's what I'm here for. Rigorous honesty. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't, maybe you're going to take this suggestion. I don't know that I recommend it, but I do see how I'm getting a cocktail of chemistry going on in my brain from chase and tail versus stuffing my face. You're welcome. So, addiction. I like to look up words because I think that's a really fun way to learn. And I have a couple of different definitions that I wrote down. But the one I think I like the best is the compulsive chronic need for a habit-forming substance, behavior, or activity that is harmful or creates other negative consequences. Well, some might think that chase and tail doesn't have any negative consequences, but it's all about who you're attracted to. And I am not attracted to people that are available. So let's just put it out there like that. I have a problem, hence the 35 years of experience. And all I can say is that I have a problem, and I'm telling it myself through this podcast. And I don't have a solution to this problem yet, because all I can see are the benefits in the chemistry in my brain versus the temporary, not so satisfying benefit of being a glutton with my food. But I'm going to be real honest with you. I can't even keep Tums in the house because if it tastes good, I'm going to abuse it. It's a pretty sad state of affairs, but that's what makes me an addict. And there goes my text messages. So I've been indulging in some not horrible behavior, but definitely chemically induced behavior from my own body. And, you know, the solution would be to find other ways to get this behavior, but it just seems like there's a lot of work that goes into that, right? Well, let's see. Dopamine you can get from meditation, doing a daily to-do list. That's one of my favorites. Long-term goals, I suck at that. Food rich in whatever that word is, I don't know. But food is not the way to go for me. Exercising regularly, boring, but we're working on it. And creating something like writing music or art. I think this podcast qualifies as creating something. Oxytocin you can get from physical touch. Well, that's not healthy because I'm going to the wrong place for that. Unless I'm touching myself, which is probably too much information, but I hope you get a good giggle out of it. Socialization, massage. My massage therapist just moved. Thanks a lot, Jen. Just kidding. I still love you, and I'm going to come and visit you in Jacksonville. Acupuncture. I do not think that sounds fun at all. Outside of tattoos, I do not want needles just sticking out of me. Listening to music, that's one of my personal favorites. And exercises, of course, below that, because it's on every single list. A cold shower, that is like a last resort for me. Serotonin you can get, once again, exercise, cold showers, boo, sunlight, got a lot of that today, with said person that I have an addiction to. So that was probably a triple dose of all the things. Massages on the serotonin list again. And endorphin, I didn't even know that was a chemical in your brain, but obviously it is. It's on the list. Laughter, crying. Oh boy. So I get that from being around this person because of the crying part. That's the other part of addiction that's really weird, is sometimes I am just addicted to feeling crappy. And I just want so bad to have an outside source be the thing that's making me feel bad and not admit the fact that it's actually me and I am the cause of my problem. Big surprise there. Creating music and art. Eating dark chocolate. Get away from eating. As a solution. I'm yelling at me, not you. Eating spicy foods. I actually kind of want to try that. This is for endorphin. That's the chemical we're after in this list. Exercise and stretching, massage and meditation. Meditation's on almost every list, and I don't have the patience for that right now. So I don't find that to be a good solution for me. And that's the problem with being an addict is, we don't want to do the work. Oh, I know I don't want to always do the work, because it's work every single time. And work sucks. And I just want things easy in my life. I am tired of working for everything. It's lame and I want to complain about it. So that is my episode on addiction. I don't know if it made sense, and I don't know if it was helpful. But if it wasn't helpful, and if it didn't make sense, comment below for the love of everything holy. Give me some feedback so that I can do my homework and put me to work, because clearly I don't want to work on my own stuff. So give me something productive to do so that I can stay away from the person addiction. Come on, guys. I need your help. All right, that's the end of my episode. I'm cutting myself off. You guys have a lovely day. Thank you so much for listening, for sharing me on your Facebook page or your Instagram, for subscribing, because remember, it doesn't cost you a thing, just a little push of the button. And thank you again for passing me around like your favorite doobie. Remember, laughter is the best medicine and sharing is caring. I'll see you next time for more comical recovery with your friend and host, comedian Jessica Byrne.